Today is Thanksgiving, and we know that the holidays can be difficult for any family dealing with the loss of a loved one or maybe someone who's really sick. It's so hard. But we hope this next story about a couple in Mooresville inspires you and brings you a little bit of peace this Thanksgiving.
Hi, I'm Karen. When my wife and I married in the fall of 1978, I promised her I would make her a garden.
Kieran O'Connor retired from the Indianapolis Fire Department with determination to sow the seeds of a business that he and his wife Elizabeth could run together.
We just ask, God to bless it for the good. Most everybody walks in that door. The word is peaceful. That's what we hear over and over. It's such a peaceful place.
In 2001, Willowfield Lavender Farm took up roots on this land in Mooresville.
Within a couple of years, our efforts were rewarded. We feel a deep commitment to our dream.
But last year, their lives were forever changed, with Kieran receiving a terminal diagnosis of ALS.
Well, that's a game changer. Your physical vision of the world looks different. A reaction can be to go hide in a closet, to pull yourself out of the world.
Worried about his wife being alone running the place, he suggested they sell their beloved garden.
It was all about me, and I said, no, wait a minute. This is all about you and us, and I'm not going anywhere.
Through their roots, they found the strength to weather the storm. The couple, who spent years writing each other poetry, put pen to paper with renewed courage.
My darling Elizabeth, forever mine.
We had these beautiful prayers and affirmations, all things that we've done in the past together. But there was an intensity and a purpose.
An eternal kiss for you to keep.
We just held each other up and had incredible moments of joy.
Kieran trained his wife to run the farm, handing over his tools, watching his wife grow in confidence with every task.
For this past year, I've been in training to do this all by myself, and he was right there with me.
Libby is determined to reform the business in order to continue this unique and special place.
Their granddaughter efforting a fundraiser to help her grandparents keep this farm running. And thanks to a community of support, they surpassed their goal.
Made us feel special and so loved, and yes, we keep going.
Kieran left this world in peace on September 30th, 2019, their 41st wedding anniversary. But their love grew closer through the most difficult days.
And we always finished our prayers with, let us be instruments of your peace and love. And then the love just flowed toward us. That's the only way to approach it, really. It's so cliche, but love is the answer for everything.
In nature, lavender symbolizes elegance and grace, a true testament to how Kieran lived his life and his final days.
It's an incredible way to live, and he lived it to the end that way.
Gardens are always a work in progress, but I think I got enough done to fulfill my promise. Love to you all. Thanks.
Perfect.
Well, it's not often that I get emotional during an interview, but I left that farm in Mooresville with so much hope and so much joy. I hope that if you're struggling or missing someone this Thanksgiving, that their story warms your heart like it warmed mine. We're going to have much more from Willowfield Lavender Farm in Mooresville just after the break.
When I leave this world and my soul does soar, may I ride the back of an eagle high above the earth on glossy wings.
Before the break, we introduced you to this man, Kieran O'Connor, and his wife, Elizabeth. He not only loved his wife, his farm, but he also loved to write beautiful poetry. And so his granddaughter decided to write a poem to him. Take a listen.
If everyone who loved you could switch with you for a day and sit in the recliner while you enjoyed our able bodies, we would do it wholeheartedly. We would make a schedule. I'll switch with him on the day I take a train to New York City. I think he would like to be on the train.
Well, it didn't stop with the granddaughter's poem. All their family, their friends, people across that community, they wrote letters and poems to the O'Connors. What one day they would give him while they sit there in his recliner. So I just think it's such a powerful thing for all of us to think about on this Thanksgiving. If you could give someone with a terminal illness one day of your life, what would it be? It really makes you think about what you're thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Your story reminds us all that those of us that are married, we always marry up. And Elizabeth is a perfect example of someone who, you know, what an amazing woman. And then her
so
quote,
strong.
right, which is, love is the answer for everything. And I'm going to be tweeting that out here in a second because, wow, that is really the answer. And any given day in our lives, love is the answer for everything. Thank you for that story.
Yeah, thank you.
So powerful. I'm still... Yeah, that was so beautiful, Lauren, and I think we've seen recently many communities dealing with a sudden loss of life or someone in the community who has been ill. So I think that really affects anyone in the community. A beautiful, beautiful tribute there. And
and I just want to thank Elizabeth for sharing that story. Not easy right after the passing of a loved one. So
no, she
awesome
was such grace and eloquence in telling their love story.
And I also want you guys to know they're trying to get to their 20th year. 2020 will be their 20th year in business. That was his goal and his dream. The community is rallying behind her to get this through. They just opened the day that I went and shot that story. So if you have some time, something to do this holiday season,
what a perfect
Mooresville.
Yes.
It's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
so.
Stop by Grace Cafeteria on the way as well. Have lunch.
Yes, so much to do out there. We do want to take a turn right now to our Thanksgiving forecast.